And
if you have questions, I feel bad. I feel like
no. This is organic conversation is where it's at. I think people deserve it and people want it, and people are at home listening, or in the car, or in the truck. I'm not judging, and they need this kind of organic dialogue. That's what podcasting is.
Have you
and reactions? I'm telling you what it is, man. I noticed it. And
have you talked on this podcast before about the conversations, not like that you and me specifically had, but the stuff that we were talking about that night? Have you talked about that on this podcast?
I talk about a little bit. No, I haven't talked. Every podcast is different, and every guest is different, and I'm forced to adjust. I'm not forced to. I want to adjust to every guest that comes on. So that specific thing, I haven't talked about it, but we do talk about growth. Mm-hmm. We talk about being better on this podcast, and sometimes I have to yell at the fans. I look right at them, and I say, "Get out of bed! Get out of bed! Do some kind of fucking movement to get your blood flowing. Take a cold shower and start attacking the day. You lay there too long, the day's gonna attack you." And you're like, Mike, why are you like? I have to coach them up a little bit. They need it, and they deserve it. A lot of them don't have a lot of support.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have financial support because they're milking the system, but they don't have emotional support. So I'm like their emotional support dog.
Yeah.
That they would need, that talks to them. Barks, I would say.
Can I also ask you another
Sure.
question? I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I feel like I keep cutting off about 600-700 things that you have on this thing. Do you hate reaction videos?
Do I hate them?
Yeah.
I love them. And the reason why I keep saying that is because they're right and I'm wrong. I need to do more reactions to things.
Yeah.
And then title it Nathan says blah, which is Nathan's response to something at Starbucks, and then Mike's reaction to it. Like, that's the way things need to be titled now.
I would say, because sometimes people do reaction videos where it's them actually talking about the thing that they saw. But then you ever get, you post stand-up clips, you ever see somebody just post them laughing to your clip?
No, I've never seen that.
So somebody will do a reaction video of your stand-up.
Right.
But you can tell that they already watched it, and now they're going to do the reaction. So they watched it to see, like, oh, do I like this? And they go, I do like this. Now let me do a reaction video to it.
Right.
And now you can see them, like, fake laughing with it now. It's quite odd.
But is that you're going to be, if you wanted to double down on it, you would be reacting to their fake laugh of the original video. Yeah. And then you can have a career that way.
Yes.
See, we don't cry about stuff on this podcast, Nathan. What we do is we think of ways that we can benefit from it. Okay, we're alchemists here. We take adversity, we spin it into championship
success. That's why I came, and that's a great point.
Right. Because I know you're a purist. But as a purist, we like are on these tracks of success, what we think is success, and it's like, oh no, buddy, you got to veer off. You've got to derail the original plan and do a reaction to the reaction to the reaction to a TikTok, to a tweet, to a cartwheel.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm. I know. Take a second if you need. Take a beat. We can get you some water if you need it.
I just had a thought.
Okay.
What about, you just used the word purist.
Yeah.
What if, Mike, when you're on stage, I come up beside you and I react to you doing the thing, and then vice versa, and we have videos of actually reacting live.
Like a sign language interpreter?
Yeah, but I'm just laughing and being like, oh, wasn't that crazy?
Well, you can't talk. You're just going like this, and you're going, yeah, and you're laughing, and I'm doing my jokes, and you're just like, they're like a sign language person, I think.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Reaction language. Or sign reaction.
Mm.
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's something there. Right?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Well, this could open up a whole new lane of reaction videos.
Right.
I'm reacting to the bus driver. I'm literally got my arm around a real bus driver, and I'm like,
that's 7 years in prison. But go ahead. After you get out, then what happens?
Then I'm at Rikers and I'm reacting to that.
You're at Rikers.
I mean, it's all fucking reaction videos. It doesn't matter.
Somebody can sneak a phone in.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
So
I'm
Rikers is a fucking mess.
Then I'm in court. I'm like, look, I'm reacting with the judge. He's just
Court Cam. That's my favorite show. Court Cam is my favorite show.
Yes.
Canadian gets served up in gets served a life sentence.
Yeah,
that could be it.
And then when I'm in jail and I'm serving the life sentence, I'm reacting to the food. I'm reacting to the showers.
Yes.
I'm reacting to fucking stabbing people toothbrushes. Like the whole thing, you're right. It makes so much sense.
There's a lot of levels to this.
Yes.
And I think we both auditioned just now. I think people are going to see this and go, those guys are auditioning.